Okay, we're live.
We're live.
Awesome. Awesome. Good morning. We're in the same location, and apologies to everybody for the confusion here. We tried to set it up on our laptop so we could try and share a camera and a mic, but that didn't work. So I'm standing outside the room that he's in. There's probably a 5-second delay between me saying something and him hearing it through here. So it's all very weird. But we're both in Round Rock, Texas, and Texas is braced for a storm of the century, which happens now every couple of years. And we unfortunately are not joined by Ola. He's got something else to deal with at the moment, so he wasn't able to join us here in Texas. But we are excited for the event this weekend. JGP's looking forward to spending the next week here without power or water. I have a phone charging bank I should give to you to make sure that you can at least survive online for a couple of days.
Yeah.
But yeah, so JGP, you were in the UK earlier this week, and you were at an event on data products and platforms, and let's hear all about it. How'd it go?
It was it was a great event. And yeah, and so it's 8:30 a.m. Here in Austin. And I landed at 1 a.m. Okay, so to be
Fresh as a daisy.
yeah, to be in person in the office doing a podcast together in two different rooms. Anyway, so the event was pretty fantastic. It was not a big data London, or it was not a big data Paris. So in terms of audience, there was, I would say, between 60 to 100 people roughly.
Okay.
Uh, but highly motivated people, pretty mature in the discussions. Major companies, European companies. So it was not just the Brits that took the tube to go to the Olympia Hotel. Okay, so it was some took even the Eurostar to come. Um,
Ah,
so
nice.
so no, so it was a very nice event with high quality people, technical product architects, and we had great discussions about implementing data products, about what's next. So yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I would really recommend anyone to go to the next one, which is, well, if you follow the show, you'll get it soon, but it's probably it's going to be in Amsterdam in the fall or something. So really
What's the
interesting.
name of the show? Data products and platforms?
Yep, Data Products and Platform Summit, DPPS.
Summit. Okay. And is it largely regulated industries that show up, or is it a little bit of everything?
No, we had manufacturing, we had retail, we had food. We had a there's always some kind of regulation somewhere. When you're thinking,
Right.
like, we were discussing with a very large oil company, and they had 29 domains. Okay, and it's kind of funny because when I was at PayPal, we had 27 domains. So, which it seems like whatever your business is, you've got like 30 core domains ish. Okay, so um, but some of them are regulated by their nature. HR is, finance is,
Right.
and even if it's not your core business, which I guess it's even worse when it's your core business being regulated, like healthcare and finance.
Yeah.
But regulation is something that comes in. A lot of questions around the idea of what federated governance is, and the different perspective from people on that, because it's still a little bit scary in a way. Lots of
How do you think of federated governance? You personally, not Acting's definition, but you personally, how do you think of federated governance?
I think it's a way to go.
I
And
mean the definition.
oh, definition. I think that's one easier. So now it's the definition part. So no, so I what I think it is, okay, is it enables um governance from the top down. Okay, so you have your central, and that's most companies I've been at. You have your central governance, central enterprise governance organization. Okay, and they define the rules for everybody.
Yep.
But one of the missions through data stewards is to capture a lot of the definition, a lot of the meaning of the data, and bringing it to catalogs. Okay, and that never works. Okay, I've been in way too many companies and see in way many companies that it really doesn't work. Okay, so they just hope it's a wishful thinking that data stewards are going to be able to fill the data catalog. That's where the federated approach works better. It's because, hey, who knows better about what the meaning of a field is? It's the people in the field. Okay, it's
Right.
and so they can actually bring this expertise and put it in the catalog, in the governance mechanism, etc. You've got to make it easy for them, okay? And I think that's why
Right.
data contracts are one way to do it. Um, but um, but yeah, that's this combination, and you've got this local expertise, okay? So I remember when when I was at PayPal, actually, it was um, regulation in Australia are a little bit different than in the US, as you can imagine, especially when it comes to finance. And they just wanted, they had different needs. Okay. So we had to take this geographic information. If your central organization is not aware of this geographical specification, that's also where you're getting too much of a central view on the world, and you have to have this geo-specific thing as well. So I think, yeah, so that's, federated from different angles, different perspective, and put all that together. So it can work. I'm sure it can.
So then the other question I had for you. So you're at this data products event and you encounter people that are using data products but are not using data contracts. So how do you have that conversation with them about what are you doing? How do you even start that?
Yes, that's my pet peeve in a way. My nemesis following me. So data products without data contracts. I think they what I saw is that they just bundle the content of the contract in the product. So it's not like they're not doing contracts. Is they just they don't know they're doing contracts because they're doing contracts without knowing. And it's a bit when we very early on at PayPal when we did data mesh. That was a little bit what happened. Okay, we didn't know we needed a contract. Okay, and then we realized we needed a contract, and then we actively embraced the idea of the contract and separated it. But at the beginning, we just didn't know. But there's a good reason why you need to separate them. Is because first, if you in your value chain, okay, when you start with data contract, you already get value out of it. You can get better documentation, better data quality, expected SLAs and stuff like that. But and then you can on that basis, on those foundations, you can build data products. Okay. And that's not the way we did it at PayPal, but after doing that with other customers and other companies, you see that it's actually the successful way to do it. So um, so it's not like, oh, I'm not doing data contract. Is Yeah, you're doing data contract, but you don't even know you're doing it. So
I
and
think
yeah, go ahead.
no, I was just going to say, as we use more and more AI, right, we need to move more quickly, and data contracts is going to be the way that we can scale, right? So it's
We had yeah,
the frequency of issues increases.
we just got a very
Yes.
yeah, something weird to your sound.
Basically, what I was saying was contracts are a way to move at machine speed. Right.
Yes, yes, and I think that one great thing is that you can have the same data contract uh, for AI and data. Okay, so I think I'm solving the sound issue.
Are you?
Maybe we did. You're completely off. All right, I'm going away.
What you say? Everything was.
Can you guys hear? Yeah, can you guys hear? Emma, I think there's a lot of static on your end. That's why I came. Yeah, technology. It's really bad. Yeah, yeah. That's what happens. You put two geeks on a Friday morning together, and you expect technology to work, right? So, uh, I think Emma will come back. So, but she can hear me. She's not too far. But really, the one of the a very interesting question I had during the conference as well was whether data are the data contracts going to be the same between just data and AI, and I think it's actually something we can do. So it's
Oh, wait, go way
hello,
back, right?
yeah. So um, I think definitely the standard is going to be, and they can see all our secret plan in the back now. The standard is going to be to be the same. Okay, so you keep ODCS and your investment in ODCS, and if we need to evolve the standard from a BTOL perspective, we're going to evolve the standard from based on the I'm changing at here. I'm not action anymore. I'm BTOL. But if we need to, we will. Okay, but I think it's the same. I think it's the same. I don't see why it should be different. Maybe at a data product level, we could add more context, and more information that is required for specifically for AI. So
I was wondering about the evolution of the standards to accommodate AI workloads.
yeah, so. So we can do it over almost conversation slide now.
There we go. Oh, look,
Okay.
so
Oh,
that is
okay.
so that
Okay.
camera. There we
Okay.
go. Yeah. Okay. So
So
let's. Okay. So how does the standard evolve to accommodate AI use cases?
so what do we realize with the as I was saying, I think in 2023 and 2024, when everybody got to ChatGPT and the promise of Gen AI, and that everybody wanted to have Gen AI with their own data, et cetera, et cetera. So everybody jumped on this bandwagon, and the results were chaotic, to say positive. Then I think in last year was trying to see, okay, it's possible in 2025. Okay, it's possible we will be able to do that. But I think that now that was kind of a bit the dreamers, the business people, the things that people that think, wow, that's the next wave of things, and when you choose the investment in AI. And but I think like in 2026, the engineers are taking back control. Okay, so we stop this shit all
Well, I mean,
thing,
the
and we
rubber
are
needs to meet the road, right? We've got to
exactly,
deliver on it.
exactly,
So yeah.
exactly, and that requires engineering. There's no magic there. Okay, it's
Right.
not like AI without data and things like that. Okay,
Right.
so it's so what we're seeing, and we saw something this week, or well, you shared something this week around specific data quality for AI. Okay,
Yeah.
so I think that's a field to discover. It's like the thing of prompt engineering, okay,
Right.
and prompt design. Um, so there's that. When it comes to the product, so uh, we are working also on trying to define what AI ready data is. Okay,
Right.
that's going to be a big of a theme for us, and we realize the importance of context.
Right.
And everybody, I think everybody agrees with the idea that context is important. But how do you formalize context? Because it's not
Yeah.
going to be a graph.
Right. Yeah. And how do you measure the quality of your context?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah,
And measure drift. And what does quality of context mean?
yeah.
Right. Because
Because
it's key. Context is king. Right. So it's the most
yeah,
important thing we're dealing with. So how
context
do
is a new
we
king. Okay, so it used
define
to
and
be
measure
content,
quality
but
around
yeah,
it? Yeah. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
And your
It's
context is
interesting, isn't it?
yeah,
Yeah.
because your context is everything. Is it's like a your 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 business rules, your
Right.
business history,
Right.
your
Your business persona.
yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah.
all that comes into it. Okay,
Right.
so we've got to find a way to standardize or at least describe
Yeah.
and yeah. So and I think this is going to live in a data product.
Right.
And I think you should think that it lives in the data product.
Yes.
Uh, uh,
So
and
then a data contracts has to be able to encapsulate that.
yeah,
Okay.
to,
That's going to be interesting.
it's going to be interesting. Yes, and clearly when I was on a call this week, very early this week with some analyst partners in Germany, and they did they have some very interesting findings that we will be able to share soon, that are real gems in terms of knowledge and maturity of this AI new wave or something. So
Yeah. So funny you mentioned German people. I was on a call earlier this week hosted by Bark. And we had a couple of Actian speakers on it, but I loved him from Bark, so I would follow his podcast or his webinars anyway. But he was the one that was talking about data quality for AI and how it extends to context and prompts, and just like he gave this massive list of things that I hadn't been thinking about when it comes to data quality for AI. But really, there's so much that goes into AI that you've got to think about. How do we measure the quality for all of this? What does quality even mean, right? How do we measure drift? What's acceptable? There's like this whole new domain of problems to keep me awake at night. Isn't that amazing?
that's where the engineers are back in the game. So yeah. So
But I do think that, a lot of the talk around AI had been led by the boardrooms, by the C levels. They're this aspirational. This is what we're doing with AI, and then when they talk to the data teams, it's like, yeah, you're not doing that yet because there's so much work that needs to happen at various levels in the data stack, right?
and is it yeah? And is it even data? Okay,
Right,
I've got some friends working on former, well, there still exist products like FileNet, which was actually about document management.
right,
Those people need to resurface because they're becoming as important as the data people.
right.
So
Yeah,
because we need to understand how the information is organized, but
right,
that's unstructured. And that and LLMs love unstructured data.
right. But even like the quality of chunking data, right? It's like, oh,
And
yeah, whole new
and
world of
embeddings
problems
and
to
yeah.
tackle. Yeah.
So we already knew that AI was not easy. It just confirmed it.
Yeah. And how narrow your thinking can be, right? Yeah.
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 Yeah, well, everybody's coming from his, own perspective of things.
Right. Right.
Uh,
Yeah, interesting. So now you got day-to-day Texas starting tomorrow. We've got the ice storm cometh. What
yeah,
what are you most excited about for day-to-day Texas?
being stuck in a room with with data nerds
For days, right?
for
Isn't that just
days.
heaven? Like, so as long as the hotel has a ton of whiskey and food, right?
I
You
mean,
guys could talk. We could solve all of these challenges over the weekend.
yeah. Lynn Bender, the organizer of Data Day Texas, said it was the last one. Lynn is a fantastic person, but is getting a little old, and as in, it's not a big secret, as in a few health issues. So I think that's the last one, but it might be a very long last
It
one.
could be a week. Get a week, Texas.
So I've got my ticket back on Tuesday, so I hope that by Tuesday I'm still on the plane. But it's been a 2.5 week on the road, so
It's a long
kind of
time to be on the road.
yeah. I look
It's a good
forward
thing you
to
have plenty of acting gear to keep you warm.
exactly and a washer and things like that. So no, so this is one of it's pretty sad. It's actually the last one. Maybe we can twist a Lynn's arm, but it's what I called more like an indie conference,
Yeah.
uh, where and Lynn has been fantastic at inviting people that have something between their ears.
Right.
That works pretty well. O'Reilly offers, other offers, and thought leaders. So there's really a really an amazing amount of knowledge there. Nothing is recorded. You come or you come
Or
and
you miss it.
enjoy or you miss it. So no FOMO. But I think yeah, and the way he started that last year and did the same thing this year. So tomorrow is kind of a normal conference. I've got a little talk. You've got keynotes, etc. Um, he's got a town hall at the end. That's a normal conference. And on the Sunday, well, it doesn't like the term of unconference, but it's more like an unconference
Okay.
where you bring your own topic. The difference with an unconference is that he's kind of vetting the topics before, and that's where I hope to have a lot of people maybe stuck there
Yeah.
to discuss about what AI ready data is. So,
Great.
yeah.
Oh, so next Friday we'll have a new viewpoint.
Oh
And
yeah,
we'll
yeah,
get
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Maybe completely
Maybe,
different
right?
from
You
now.
may still be
So
in Texas. Okay.
I found our offices. So yeah. So, so
Great.
yeah, yeah. No, looking forward to it definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing all about it.
Yeah,
I'm heading to Europe. We're doing an
yeah,
analyst
and
roadshow
you're
next
also
week.
going to have a very interesting.
No, tonight should be fine, right? It's 50 degrees and it's raining,
Oh,
so
so far
I should
now.
get out of here fine. Yeah. Getting out of New York might be a challenge, but
Are you
I'm ready for it.
Then that's
Flight tomorrow night to Ireland. Yeah. Yeah. We've got a an analyst day with Gartner in Dublin on Monday. So hopefully I make it.
uh, I was thinking you would go directly
From
from
here?
us. Yeah,
There isn't a direct flight from here to Dublin.
yeah. Okay.
So
You
through Atlanta. And
so
yeah,
anyway,
no.
so
All right. Well, I hope everybody has a great weekend. And
yeah,
if
and
you're in
hey, so
Texas,
we were planning on having our third lad here as well, and I was looking forward to being the three of us in person. Unfortunately, well, things happen. Uh, but when I was in Tokyo, I did Lego bricks keychain for
ah, look
everybody.
at that. It's got my
And
name on it.
yeah, and on the other side,
Hang on. Here we go. And
okay,
there we go. Oh, yes. And
and
on the other
on
side,
the other side,
not an AI generated Actian logo, but the real
no,
Japanese for
it's
Actian?
no, it's like it's Madam CTO.
Ah, is that really?
It
Oh,
is.
that's awesome. I have a sweater that says Madam CTO, and I've
So
got a Lego brick key ring that says Madam CTO.
in Japanese. So
There you
all we
go.
get is when we
Does
see
his
each
also
other.
say Madam CTO?
No, it does not. Although we'll discover, and maybe you will share.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for joining us today, and we will see you next week.
And sorry for the technical difficulties.
Yeah, I did have headphones. He didn't, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we make it
Thanks,
work.
guys. Have a great weekend. Stay warm. Cheers.